Hey everybody, Charlie here. Welcome back to Aspera, and I think this, I don't know if this video is really, I'm just gonna save you some time. I'm not entirely sure there's a whole lot happening with this one. If you guys like the expansion process and stuff, then, you know, obviously I'd love it if you watch the video, but if you're really just into let's have progress, this one might be skippable. I'm just gonna save you some time and just be honest with you. So I just wanna give you guys a quick update on what we're doing and sort of why I say that. So the game is progressing quite slowly. There are some things I am addressing ongoing, like this maintenance hub being needed, or, you know, there's a couple of things, you know, that I find every now and then. But I've got so many fronts to deal with right now that, you know, just kind of like so many places to look at. Like, this is an independent base that is currently lacking power. I've got a couple of solar panels right here and here that are in the process of being built. Yes, they have 100% or near 100%. It's like 99% efficiency here. I did check. Before you go off on me for not using wind. Wind is not as effective in a lot of places. Observe. Oh, now you're gonna do it, really? I think it fluctuates, honestly. Cause like this right here used to be 56%, and now it's saying 99. So like now it'd be good. But you know, wind goes up and it dies down, and that's the way it is. Solar is still 99 here too. Whatever. In any case, you know, I'm pulling some stuff away from this area, and that's kind of going okay, whatever. And the game has stopped giving me music, so now I'm just sort of jamming here to my own music in my headphones, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, like the late game does feel really sluggish, almost like, yo, today, but it's just not necessarily happening right now. Now, we already have Tent City done, got that research completed, and I'm working on number 5 here for biotech, and at that point, our all of our research is kind of done. You know, we have, you know, Deimos is here, but like, I don't really care to crash that. And then, you know, we have this one, and then we'll do these two. These are the two biggest ones to complete it. I'm not entirely sure I need to make my military better. Honestly, I'm not even entirely sure how much story is left. But I am working towards this here. This solar panel will go down too, and that's going to provide a little bit of power to this place. I am also in the works. It's an ongoing construction project to put a fusion plant out this way and sort of have like a big power node that's like connecting all this. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously, I'm going to eventually get this stuff here connected up. I don't see any pending project for something like, for example, a Hyperloop out this way yet. Don't see that being a thing, although I do want more workers, so we'll just put a couple more worker hubs down. And I guess I could, I don't know, like I guess I could maybe go out this way, kind of like spread us out that direction. But a Hyperloop built out here, and I'm gonna need one out here too, but it's more feasible to come from this side since the infrastructure for it, I think, is more set up. We've got some colonists in this old research outpost. They are kicking out research pretty regularly, only 10.9, but whatever. It also says my base research points right now are nan per month. So there's that. I guess there's just, it doesn't tell me anymore how much my research is per month, but it's definitely progressing, actually quite quickly, so it's fine. What else? I'm working myself out here. I want to get these, right? I obviously want to get these before we flood, so I'm working on getting these 4 before I get this one. I don't really care so much about this one, although, I mean, this is the progress one. I will want that, but I was going to kind of wait and do that later. We've got the solar farm right here. It is going to, you know, cover that, so it's going to be fine. And then this one's getting done right now, so I can deprioritize it, I guess. Aluminum is proving to be very elusive. It's proven to be quite difficult to keep a hold of. To the person who said, you know, hey, why don't you cancel all your mines because you have enough resources already? Well, yeah, I do in storage on my main base, but I don't have enough out here. And, you know, like, you look at my raw resources. These are my building resources right here. And it's not as high as you think it is, yeah. In fact, chemicals is becoming harder and harder to obtain on a regular basis. Although, now that we're set up here pretty well, I think what I'll do is we'll go ahead and upgrade the steel factory, and then I'm gonna drop in, I think, some chemical plants. I'll do stage 1 here because we don't have a whole lot of drones at the moment. I was really hoping that you wouldn't reset that road, but it looks like you did. Looks like you did anyway. I'm gonna put another hub here too. The more drones I can get in the area, of course, the more healthier these little local local supply chain management stuff will be. And yeah, so you have more water coming in here. What else? I just wanted to update you guys really quick, and then I guess we'll maybe this video is worth watching because I might cut it for later so that you guys can see. Well, yeah, I might just cut it for later, but it's gonna be a lot of playtime because this stuff is pretty slow, and there's basically no sound aside from me, going blip 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 blip. The game's decided not to give me sound anymore. I'm not entirely sure if that's just something I'm only privy to when we play story mode. I don't know, maybe. Got a worker hub here. And then, I'm thinking about, because this is really off in the distance, like this is way out there, I'm thinking I might just drop a landing site here. And that way I at least have some sort of commander in this area. In fact, I think I will right now. Why don't we just go ahead and do that? I'm going to go, let's say, might as well expand the power grid while we do it. What we go to about, I want to be closer to it, right? Actually, this area is just like this dead zone where there's nothing going on. So perhaps it's better to do it here. Yeah, sure. Let's just lay it down right here. So this will be our new landing site, and we'll just go ahead and grab the aluminum there. And that will connect this whole thing up, and then they can provide for this base and stuff as we expand. So since this base has provisions, or it has, other drones in the area that can help it out, I'm going to go ahead and drop chemical stuff. I'm going to go ahead and drop the silicon mine like that. And we'll go ahead and drop the water extractor like that. There we go. What else? Probably some iron, although we don't have enough drones in the area for that to matter right now. That's my biggest problem. I mentioned this before, like why stuff isn't building very fast. It's because you don't have enough drones in the area. Things will always build slower if there's a lot of projects and not a lot of drones in the area to do it. However, got 2 projects done very recently. This Hyperloop just finished. So I'm going to have that connect here. And that will just help all this area a lot. And then I think that's the only place that can connect. Although I think these 2 can connect together. I think that was the point. Go here and then to here. Yes. Okay. So that completes the circle, right? That's going to be nice. And then over here, I just got another one connected too. Yes. So this one got built while you guys were away. And then this one got built, and now they're actually connected. So this whole area is now much healthier with supplies and stuff because of the Hyperloop. People, the drones that are way over here can provide resources for drones that are all the way over here now, connecting via Hyperloop. But you can't do that any other way other than the Hyperloop because drones will only go so far away from their hub. So once you, if you're having a hard time with stuff like this, I've had a couple of people make comments about, not being able to get resources out certain ways, or why don't they build things, etc. It's basically because, they only travel so far away from their own hub. And so when you have drones that need to take resources from here to here, for example, you may see them move around, but what you may not notice is that they stop like right here. And then they go back to doing whatever they're doing. And then the drone that's responsible here will pick up the resources and take it over there. And that's sort of like, there's like this pass it on sort of system that's happening with this. As you notice, the performance is right now, but there have been some improvements. I will give them that. There's definitely been some improvements to it. I'll go, let's say 4 times speed. I think that's, it's glitching on me. After a certain bit, it'll start skipping kind of no matter what I do. But I don't know. I don't necessarily blame that on the devs. There's a lot of things going on here. It's expanding, right? We have like over 500, almost 500 workers, I guess. So I mean, there's a lot to take in here. But in any case, they did fix a couple of things. The first thing, and I'm really appreciative of this too, because you do it a lot, is there used to be a delay when you go to detail overlays. So for example, there'd be a delay when I go to power grid overlays. There'd be a massive delay when you go to maintenance overlays. And as you can see, the maintenance overlay, like instantaneous now. I don't know, like performance wise, this one here was always pretty fast. This one here was almost instant all the time. And then, military was usually fairly quick too. But this maintenance one always took forever to load. It was really, really slow. And now it's instantaneous. So I'm really happy about that. Thanks so much for that. Pattern, like the grid here for traffic, that one is like really slows the game down. You can kind of see it's really sort of like a almost a PowerPoint presentation at this point. So like I don't necessarily keep that grid open very often, but it does show me the traffic layout as to where traffic is the busiest. And as you can expect, the traffic is always the busiest right near the Hyperloops. That's pretty much where it is. So you can keep that in mind. And, you know, and we can take the Hyperloops, for example, like I've done here, and upgrade the roads that go, you know, over to other ones. Like this path here is all the way upgraded. But at a certain point, yeah, you can upgrade the rest of your roads. And I've got a lot of steel to do that. I just haven't bothered doing it in this area, just since everything is a mine. Suppose I can upgrade this way like this, but it'll go through a mine. It'll go through a mine. It'll go through a mine, etc. So I just haven't really bothered doing that. I guess down here is okay. Yeah, over here is okay. And then we can upgrade it there. And then this one here can maybe upgrade to there. Although that goes through a... No, that's through a worker hub too. Yeah. So it's fine. And if I really wanted to go through only worker hubs, I could just add another one right here. And maybe add another one over here too. It's fine. And then I could just upgrade the paths between all of these instead. So like go to here, and then this one here, we'll upgrade the path to there once it calculates the route. It's getting there. And the faster speed you go, I noticed it does hit it a little bit. The faster you speed the game up, the slower these paths take. I mean, look how long it takes to calculate these things now. If I had a faster CPU, this would be less of an issue, right? I don't have a sluggish CPU. I've got an 8700K that's overclocked, but it's still a single core game. And no matter how many cores you have, it's still a single core game. You need single core performance. I'm at 5 gigahertz. I think it's pretty good. In any case, yeah, fusion plant's going down. All it needs is the aluminum, and that's been very hard to keep a supply of. But now the steel factory is up, so that's cool. What else? Oh, and the big thing, the real big thing. The building menu is now instantaneous. It's like thank you for the optimizations. Really, really cool. I mean, it's always awesome when people are, hang on, this one might be depleted. Is that depleted or is it? It's depleted because it's off, because it doesn't have, yeah. It's halted because there's nothing left. That makes sense. More food being made here. Research this was going okay, but we can kind of do this now, I suppose. Because this has got some in the output tray, but yeah, it kind of doesn't matter. We're at the point now where it doesn't really matter. It's not even telling me my base research points anymore. It's still going up, as you can see, but it's just not showing it to me anymore. So before the end of this video, I think I'll reward the people who have at least stuck around despite my warnings. I told you, there's not going to be a whole lot of progress in this particular video, but I'm going to put a worker hub in this place here. What I'd like to show you is a tent city. So let's start seeing about where we want to put this tent city. It should be, of course, near food creation and things like that. So thinking we probably, yeah, maybe over here. It doesn't have to be in a crater or anything anymore. So let's just go to tent city. And we could probably put it like, it's really big. We could probably put it over here. It's near a bunch of worker hubs. Should we put it? Should we put it like closer to a? Where's my Hyperloops? Show me my Hyperloop paths. I'm starting to think I should put it near a Hyperloop. Like maybe put one right here, and then we can connect all these loops up to this particular point, and then we have a tent city. Kind of like that. This is too far. Almost right there. We'll just put this new Hyperloop right here. I think that's okay. This one's depleted, so we can just go ahead and delete it. And, you know, we got some silicon here. We don't actually have a whole lot of silicon, so why don't we just get like a... I'm starting to put a level 1 extractors everywhere. Because we're spread out enough, right? And our workers are so busy at this point that level 3 extractors kind of don't matter. You know, they'll just fill up really fast, and then that's it. And they're just going to sit there halted because they have such limited storage. You know, let's take a look at any extractor, right? If we go to, let's see, where's an extractor we could use? Actually, there's 2,000 chemicals here. What we could do, this is an area for a landing site. I kind of like a landing site here too. I'm just going to drop one down right here too. Let's just go right about, You could put it over here, maybe. Kind of doesn't really... out of maintenance range now. It'll have its own maintenance grid. Kind of go like this. Put another one down here, and then we'll expand this grid out, and we'll, you know, I'll build more stuff, okay? That's pretty much it. Just plop things down and build more stuff. Zoom out. Nitrogen import is still happening. Still pretty good. We're down to 24% oxygen with 790 millibar of pressure. And our average temperature is now 14.5 degrees Celsius, which is very survivable. Very good, actually. It's very common. And in fact, I probably spend most of my year in this temperature outside when I'm, you know, here in mid-Michigan and stuff. So, I mean, this is easily a good temperature as an average. If I want to take a look at the overall temperature grid, I could. However, I have been doing the space mirror array this whole time too. So we've got 11 out of 15 launches for that. And the mirror array is increasing the temperature. If we take a look at the temperature over time here, you can see that it's over the last 100 years, right? We had a huge ramp up, and then we're like, wait a minute, let's not terraform that quick. We let it kind of slowly die down, and then we're like, okay, maybe we'll continue. And oxygen began to rise, CO2 began to fall. Charlie made a boo-boo, made carbonate extractors instead, brought the GHG back up, went whoopsie, didn't mean to do that, shut them off, and then everything starts to come back down as we introduce nitrogen into the mix, which is not shown in this, but it's shown in the pressure layout though here. So it's kind of the same thing, kind of comes up. And then we're like, whoopsie, didn't mean to do that. Oxygen begins to go way up, so does GHG, and CO2, and then nitrogen starts climbing super fast right in this area. It's kind of nice. Notice, it's just the nitrogen that goes up here. It might seem like, maybe if you're not used to reading graphs that kind of do this, it may seem like my CO2 is going up here, but it's not. This isn't how CO2 going up looks, even though the chart looks that way. And it's the only one that's not rising here. It's actually falling. It's just because the total pressure is going up. So this is like a percentage kind of thing. So you can see it, the numbers over here, how it correlates. It just sort of comes down the whole time. Even though it's coming up here where my mouse is, it's still, the total number is dropping because nitrogen is coming up underneath it, replacing it. And that's just sort of how that goes. So total pressure is going up the whole time. Ice import, again, this is surface water, and I'm thinking about canceling this as soon as it lands this time because I don't really know if I need that right now. And what else? Space elevator. We've already done one launch. I'm starting another one. This will be my only one after this. I don't plan to make another one. Just 2 is fine. And then we've been making additional landing sites and stuff so that I could continue doing what I just did, dropping new landing sites into certain areas and trying to work with it. But at a certain point, you will start to kind of neglect your new colonies until they link up with your old ones. There's a certain point where that just happens. These 2 here aren't connected to power. No, they are not. So we'll get, we got 2,800 spare power. I don't really need a whole lot, so we'll just drop solar panel in the middle here. Why not? We'll just have that be a priority for a while. And then we'll also want to connect all this stuff up. We got a silicon mine here. We'll take a water extractor. Again, all level 1. I don't have a need to make any higher level for this stuff because our workers aren't going to be able to pick it up from the mines fast enough anyway. So we'll just kind of do this. I do wish the game offered me the choice of a default on these things. So if I wanted to default to level 1, I could. Only making level 3 when I choose to as an extra thing. But that doesn't seem to be something the game offers at this time. Let's go ahead like this. I'll put another worker hub in the area. Again, the more worker hubs you have in the area, the more workers you'll have in the area. You need the hubs to be local, which is why it may look like he's just randomly placing buildings. There's no planning. I mean, kinda, yeah, but it has a purpose, and that purpose is to get more workers in the area. The more you have, the more of these hubs you have positioned, the more workers can do things. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a silicon mine like this. And if it feels like at this point in the game it's just kind of like the same old stuff, yeah, it kind of is. It has that feel for it right now. I'm not going to progress, just in case for those people who kind of said, well, sayonara, I'll see you in the next one. For those people, I'm not going to hit this point right here today. This one, I'm going to save this for the next video. So we'll have this in the next video for sure, and we can see what that does with, you know, the talking points as it progresses the story. Also, I had some people, and I had no idea, of course, when I'm playing a game blind, so I have no idea what other people have done or anything, right? To be honest, I don't really have a whole lot of time to watch other YouTubers. It just, if I have a minute, I'm either going to chill and relax with, like, you know, I started watching The Expanse lately. That's pretty cool. But honestly, if I have a minute, I'm going to make my own. Like, I'm going to be jamming away at videos for myself, right? So I don't really have a whole lot of stuff to do that. And apparently I'm told pretty much everybody is taking the say your prayers path, which I didn't anticipate that. That's a little bit weird. But I think I have a good reason, I guess, bit of logic for that being the case, though, right? Let's prioritize this because we're spread pretty thin here on this grid, and apparently not enough power to power these hubs. So once this fusion plant's done, this whole area lights up like great, glorious Christmas trees, hopefully. Let's just get this over like so, like that. Just to kind of connect these two a little bit better. And I do wish that these grids could be completely connected. I think eventually they can, right? Isn't there a point where they all link up together? I was kind of hoping that was a thing. These two haven't, but I'm wondering if I place another solar farm right here. I haven't really been paying attention, but it looks like it only connects to one at a time, right? That was the gig. But if I was to say, for example, place that here, when this is built, will this all just link up, you know? And we're going to see if that's the case. But the fusion plant will solve all of my power problems entirely for this region. And this is where I plan to expand even again down here if I can. If there's even any resources down here. We haven't scanned it yet. I'm thinking as soon as this is built, which it is now done, power is up. And there's nobody complaining about power in this area now, man. We're way over it now. I'm going to put an aerological scanner down over here. And we're going to see where all this... because you see that we're in a chemical zone right now, right? So we're going to see where all this chemicals are at. So let's just put you... I kind of... Yeah, we'll put one there. And let's have another one. I don't really need it up that way. How about over here? This is good. Put it there, and maybe another one down this way. Yeah, almost. Right. Oh, there. Okay. We'll get all of those built, and then we'll figure out what kind of resources are down here, where all the chemicals are. We're in a chemicals area, and you're going to notice like our chemicals are going down, down, down. It's just because we're using a ton of them to make. Well, I'm trying to make food as fast as I can. Food stock is going up again. Not quite keeping up with demand necessarily, but it's going up. Oh, I was going to make a tent city. What the hell am I doing? Speaking of food, hold on. This is where I wanted it to be. It's next to this Hyperloop here, which is almost built. So that's good. Good news. While they're building that, let's have this be a priority. While they're building that, we'll also have them upgrade the ways from here, I think down to here. Biotech 5 is done, baby. Groundbreaking biotechnology. Let's do bioengineered animals first. Why not? We'll just have you upgrade the ways to here. I suppose from here we can have you go even further. Why not? Like upgrade it all the way into town. I think all the way to the food factory. That's probably pretty good. We'll make another food factory out this way too if we want to, I suppose. I don't think it's necessary to have this worker hub here. We can scrap that. And then, or, can I cancel that now or is it too late? It's too late. It's fine. I'll reposition it anyway. We're going to have the tent city. Where is this? Tent city right here. We're going to have this right here. Now it has 2,500 colonists capacity. And it takes 20 food and 20 water. It's kind of gnarly. But I want to see what it looks like, so we're going to place it right there. And then from there, what we want to do is two things. We want to make sure that we have a storage center nearby, so we're going to place that right next to it. And then we want to make sure we have lots of worker hubs so we can provide for the logistics that are necessary for this building. So we're just replacing a whole bunch of worker hubs in the area too, just to make sure where traffic's moving, right? And then what we'll likely do is since we have a Hyperloop right next to this, what we can do also is we can get our food factory. We'll just do a level 1. And we can place this maybe down here. That should work. Yep. I don't want to go in the... I already made the road. If they hadn't upgraded this already, I probably would have placed it here. But since they already upgraded it, we'll just let this road exist. And all these paths will eventually get calculated once the CPU catches up with it. But now that this is here and done, we can now take it and connect it to the other Hyperloop that is over here. Is this the one? No, it's over here. It's this one. Yeah. Connect it to that one. Is there another one it can connect to by chance? How about this one over here? Connect Hyperloop. Oh, to here. Boom. There we go. That feels good. Yeah. And we got some food factories right next to this too. But they need input, right? We don't have enough. We don't have enough sources coming through here, right? So it's still a thing. And this path is actually going to get. See how close all the steel and stuff is stored right here. So this path is going to get upgraded really fast because the storage is very close by. I'm hoping that kind of thing happens with the storage center too. We just have food really close by and we can provide that. And over time, you can see our water supply is going way up now. We finally hit the water spot, right? We hit this area over here where there's a lot of water. So it's a lot easier to transmit water or transfer water where we need it. I'm looking for... Actually, I think I can connect you to... Oh, almost. And there. No? Oh, just too far away. Darn. How about over here? No? Doesn't look like it. But this is all connected and built and ready to rock. So now this area should be bustling a little bit. All we'll need now, I guess, is maintenance. Yeah, maintenance isn't built. So we'll get maintenance in this area. Let's cover... If we can cover all these buildings. Can I cover all of them with just one maintenance depot? Doesn't look like it, so I'm gonna go pass on that. But we do have access to this pretty close now. So why don't we go colonies, research outpost, go to here. I suppose we'll get a worker hub to connect this up, and an extra one just because. Have that be a priority. And then what else? You got resources moving through here now, pretty good. But you see, notice they're level 1, and they still never have output. So I guess I could upgrade this one, because if I gotta see if they really are collecting it super fast, and it does look like they are. This one's got 1 right, and it gets collected. So it might be good, not this one because it's gonna get torn down, but it might be good for like something like this one to be upgraded. Maybe this one here can be upgraded, and then certainly this one here can be upgraded as well. And then this one gets pulled really quickly all the time because it's prioritized. So maybe? Yeah, maybe? Okay, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just upgrade this one really quick to level 2. Because we want to pull it faster. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Just upgrade them all. What else can we do? We got solar farm here, which is good. And then this solar farm is supposed to give access to these 2 colony outpost sites. So 1, 2, and it's not quite close enough for that one. We'll want worker hubs in the area anyway. So 1, 2 on the worker hubs. Did I put this one close enough? I don't remember. It was close enough, right? Oh, we'll put it down here just because. Come on. Yep, there's one. And there's no real need to have a whole bunch in that area right now. So why don't we put you... Gosh, I don't know. I can put you... I don't know where. How about over here? Over here's fine. And then we'll attack this aluminum spot, which is not really that great. It's only 200 of the resource, but whatever. So yeah, this is me right now, guys. This is me building things. This is our colony and how it's progressing. But now that we have, all of this stuff set up, I might actually... Let's maybe get that nitrate one up and running, since this is connected to... Where's this? Right here, nitrate extractor. This is connected to the fusion plant, right? Should be? Or no? No, this one's the fusion plant. Yeah. But if this is all connected to the same, I wanted to see that. Is it? So if I was to plop Well, actually, there's one pending construction right here. Let's see what this power grid does. When you're set up, do you guys just all link up as one or no? Because, like, I was kind of hoping you would do that. Yes, you do. Perfect. Okay. So that does transfer power everywhere now. And because of that, this fusion plant's now providing power to this whole place. So I really don't need to build any more power here. I just need to have it in range for the grid, which, you know, that's why I'm using the solar panels. This is getting out in the floodplain, but I'm going to start getting out research outpost here now, as well. I mean, we're just going to hit all of these at the same time, it looks like. I'm kind of expanding out. Let's get some more chemicals. We'll put a tier 2 here. Why not? Yeah, and then we can just upgrade this one. And then you will need to be a worker hub. This is fine right here. And then we'll get another outpost there. There we go. And then we need maintenance for all of it. So let's get the maintenance right about... this should be fine right here. And then maintenance for this out here too, probably. So just get... just going to put it in the random spot like out here. That's fine. And then, you know, at some point, since there's a lot of water... Well, okay, there's chemicals. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of aluminum over here, and we're probably going to want to exploit that too. Because, like, you're having a hard time getting aluminum, but you just got the aluminum. I know, but getting the resources from here all the way over, that's a very new thing. That Hyperloop was just made, so it's not something I could have just done this whole time. So let's get here. How about, like... there, so we can get some of that stuff later, and then we can also bring it down like this, and then one more over this way. Let's say here. How's our maintenance doing? Just out of maintenance range, but I'm gonna put you maybe here, and now you can cover some of this stuff. We'll probably put another landing site down over here, and then down over here, and it just keeps going over. Yeah, so let's just do that. And then this Hyperloop is done. We can connect it to here, looks like. Is that the only place? Yeah. No, it can go over here too. That's good. Connect it there, and then also connect it here. Now, why make a Hyperloop right here? Like, why this really short Hyperloop here, right? Well, it's because the water is right here on top of this. There's a lot of water sources right here. Right, yeah, it's getting. Let's go 1 time speed for a second. There's a lot of water sources here, and this one's just a bit far. So by getting the Hyperloop right into the thick of it, I can get all these resources a lot faster, and that's going to help my water just go skyrocket. I mean, now we've got 1,300 water, so now it's about making food. I've got them prioritizing that, making food, and then as long as I prioritize the colonies themselves. Stuff will go to the colonies themselves. Speaking of which, hang on, maybe not speaking of which, this one can now be removed. That's, I think, the last bit in the floodplain on this side, so good for me. Yay, congrats, we're done. What else? This aluminum. Didn't know we weren't working this. We should probably start working that. Where's my tent city? Where's my tent city? Where did I build that? Is it over here? I think it's right over here. Oh, it's not built yet, though. It's getting close. It's just about, like, look, 30 glass. 30 aluminum, 30 glass. Yeah, and now we got the storage set up, and our little drone buddies can bring stuff to the storage pretty quickly now. We're, of course, going to want to upgrade ways into this. So we'll do that. Just make sure all the paths into the colony are upgraded and awesome. And then I really want to see that tent city today. And we will. I'm not going to end this video before we see what that tent city looks like. GHG factories are all off. They have been. I still have a few of them because I feel like we're probably going to need them at some point. And I say that because, well, we need CO2 for plant life to convert it to O2. And as we get more plant life, they'll start consuming a lot of CO2. And if I don't continue to provide it, I don't know if the balance will necessarily be there until we have a really good population, open cities, things like that, where human beings can start providing that CO2 off as well. I'm not entirely sure. You know, we get animals to also provide the CO2. Then it'll probably be okay. But I think I am going to need to burn a little CO2 at some point. So I've got these. Still here. Still able to burn just a little bit. I think I only have 2 of them. So yeah. But I don't have them on right now. And, you know, carbon's still in huge abundance, so whatever. Okay, so I think this is kind of where this is kind of where we can stop today, right? I don't really think I need to do much else. I'm just kind of playing on, doing my thing, and eventually, let's drop this solar panel here just to connect these 2 power grids. I think these are still separated somehow. They can't be. They kind of feel like they are, though. We'll just make sure that we'll just make sure that they're separated here. Because I noticed a couple of buildings didn't have power, and it was kind of weird. Like, why don't you have power? You know? You don't have power because of this. Just a little gap. That's it. It's just a little gap. Well, we're going to solve that gap with a solar panel right next to you. And then there's no gap here, but I can... Yeah, I don't really need this, though, then. Unless I'm going to build something over here, and I don't think I am. So I don't need that one. We can, however, make sure that we get silicon mines set up here and here. And, you know, there's enough drones in this area where having tier 2 might have been an okay thing here. Are we ready to rock? Yeah, okay. See, now we're starting. Look at this. There we go. Now, if I don't... There, it's like barely, right? They still have it in storage. 1. And they're doing okay, actually. This one's going to stay prioritized, though, because I want them pulling it out of this as fast as possible. And also, once the water gets here, I want it broken down. Yeah. Where's my tent city? Tent city over here. It's in tent city. Intensity. Right here. Where am I putting my resources? Intensity. Uh-huh. I'm going to make that the title of this video, and people will be like, really? The video is named Intensity, but you just said that it's not going to be worth watching. They won't understand unless they watched it to the very end. And then they'll be like, ah, I get it now. There it goes. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Yes. That's kind of cool. Now, what's the big deal with the tent city, right? Like, why is that a big deal? What's going on with it? Well, the tent cities don't need pressurization. So they'll live here, right? They still need the oxygen and all that stuff, but they don't need pressurization. And that's why there's a little bit of a different shape to it, I guess. You can have bigger cities without having to worry about that. So I suppose that means this isn't, you know, like it's glass, but it doesn't have to be like super strong or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's going to be my thumbnail. And now everyone will be like, oh, that's the tent city. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You like the video? Oh, I'm facing south. Here we go. Whoop. Appreciate it. If you like the video, that would mean a lot to me too. You can subscribe if you haven't already. Sorry there's no music at all in this video. It's kind of what the game's been doing to me all day. I don't know if there's just a condition for which music should chime in, but it is what it is. We're going to keep chemicals rolling in because we are in a chemical location. And we're going to start getting some of these research sites right here. We're building a bunch of these so that people can come over here and get these. And then, of course, the next video, we're probably going to read a bunch of these. So we're going to learn some stuff in the next one, huh? That'll be interesting. And let's get a better carbon mine, or a better aluminum mine here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here though. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Bye.